These are my best friends. We were normal kids.
A couple of seconds ago, our phones went crazy. Whoa! You see that? Dude, it's a map.
I want to go.
Whatever it is, we'll find out.
This is where the map says to go.
There's something in there.
Whoa, what is that?
Tommy, y'all about the children, right?
Yeah.
Nah, you don't give a fuck about the children. Martin, you like the children, though. The Cheerins.
I can like children sometimes.
They're all right. You know, you like them. You want to look out for them every now and then.
Sometimes they get on your goddamn nerves.
They do. You know, so we can say two things here. Let's go ahead and get started for the children. Put them first. Or let's go ahead and knock this shit out the way so we can get the little asses out the way.
I like that.
So we're going to start out with the children's movie here.
All right.
Or the family movie, rather. We're going to be reviewing Earth to Echo. Now, Martin, I gotta admit something to you that I walked into this just a little bit late, just a little bit, but I think I caught it because it's pretty straightforward. You have some kids hanging out in the neighborhood. They're all sad because they're all best friends. They got the token black kid in there too and everything. Well, and they're all about to move, right? So they have like one last day of summer, and then they find this crazy ass alien. They're like, well, you know what? We might be moving, but we can make this like one last momentous day.
Yeah.
I mean, how many kids at the end of summer or before we all split apart actually finds a little ass E.T.?
The kids in E.T. and just about every Spielberg movie from the 80s.
Okay, Martin, just work with me here. This is the new millennium, man. We need that new alien shit, all right? But speaking of all these kids doing it and all these directors doing it, well, you know what? I'm just going to let y'all know right up front because, see, the thing is, a lot of people looking at this and they're saying, well, it's that old E.T. alien kid friend type shit that I've seen before, but they're doing it with found footage. Oh, I ain't never seen no family found footage film before, no kids found footage film.
Chronicle shit.
Some chronicle of the children, man. And let me tell you something. You don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I ain't seen it before, and I don't never need to see it again. I don't know how you felt about this movie, because I know you have a big soft spot in your heart for E.T.
E.T. was the first movie that not only made me cry really hard. I mean, I cried in movies, but I cried hard. And the reason why I cried hard is because E.T. was the first time that I realized my parents cannot help me. My parents cannot always be there for me. My parents actually sometimes can't control the world. Okay. And they cannot make it better for me.
Okay.
When in E.T., when those men came in those suits and took E.T. away, and he was all looking like a dried piece of shit. You remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Looked like a turd been left out in the sun. He's all ashy and shit. You know, looked like Tommy's knees. But when they came and got him, I thought he was dead. And they zipped that bag up, and I looked at my mother, and I said, "Mama, is he really dead?" Because you know in the kids movie, they don't go that far.
Right.
And that shit confused my mama. Now normally that's when my mother would turn around and say, "Baby, he'll be all right." But my mother looked at me and said, "Baby, I don't know." I turned to the screen. I said, "Woo!" And then my mother moved the seat over because he's like my fucking kid right now.
You need to tell that boy to be quiet. That's not my son.
Ain't my son. Ain't my little bitch ass son right here. So ain't my pussy right there. My pussy's in my jeans right now. But man, I was shook with that movie. So E.T., even when I don't look at it as the same way today, there's still nothing that can really hold itself to E.T. for me. So I'm old school E.T. If you ain't reaching that level or even close to it, then I'm not about it.
No. So mac and meat, that didn't work for you.
Mac and cheese is all right, but mac and meat can go to hell.
Come on, you got to admit it touched you when they redid it as the Iron Giant.
That's different, man. That's completely different.
And not completely.
But you know I love Iron Giant.
Yeah, of course. It's a great movie. Yeah, it shows that what they had with E.T. was a good formula that can work.
Well, the point is that they've done it. They've done it. They've managed to come in and do E.T. better. So we've seen E.T. We've seen knockoffs of E.T. that were done better. I shouldn't even say knockoff, but something of the same theme. When you get to this right here, this does not capture. The problem with this is that it does not capture the emotion of any of those other films.
No.
Now, what you have here are these kids who they found an alien. Some shit you ain't ever seen before. But what do they decide to do? They decide to sit up here and argue about who kissed what girl. They just sit up here and argue about, "Hey, bro, I got your back, man. I got your back all the time. How come you're not my best friend?" Even Echo sit up there, it's like, Hey, this is called Echo. All right, not bromance.
It was one of these things where it's like the movie forgot that it was about an alien. He's just off somewhere.
Yeah, these kids up here bitching and fighting each other and carrying this fucking shaky cam around, which I must say that it's another found footage movie where these are kids. Okay, somehow these kids have got equipment that Apple has not even released yet. They got the Apple 9, the Apple iPhone 9. They got 16K cameras out there because this footage
indestructible.
It is indestructible and it looks better than any camera that's out there that should be afforded by kids. Yeah, unless these kids like the mafia, they knocked over a truck or something and took some shit that they shouldn't have. Damn, this brother even look like, nah, we gotta get out of here. I got caught. Shit, there's some stolen goods right here. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man. But yeah, it's a movie that does not actually do what you see in those movies that actually do this kind of theme successfully. First of all, your creature is interesting, and these kids form a bond with these creatures. And because you have this that emotion that's there, you have the tension when the government or whatever adult force comes in and wants to take this thing away and obviously destroy it for scientific research and purposes. But here, these fucking kids are bickering and arguing with each other so much and moving around with that camera that I didn't feel anything.
No, not only do you not feel anything, but the movie's just half thought out. That's the thing that came to me over and over through this, because I was like, this feels less like a ripoff of Spielberg and more of a ripoff of Super 8, which is a ripoff of Spielberg. It's just that many generations apart. It's like a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah.
They half think out everything. Like you lose motivation. It's hard to figure out who does what. The kids, I can't tell if they're good actors. It's just that the direction of them is so terrible. And there's so many points it'll bring up and then just drop. Like the whole fact that you had this alien. That's an interesting thing, except it goes away from that.
Yeah.
The government guys who come in, if they are government, they don't really even explain it. They
really don't. It's just some guys who dress up like construction workers and they come in later and they're like, where that alien at? And they're like, who are you?
They assault these kids in a diner and just take all their shit. And like nobody in the diner even like looks around and go like, hey, don't do that. They're
like us. The adults are like, shit, I'm glad those kids got out of here.
Right.
Those fucking cameras filming every goddamn thing in here.
Even when they get to the point where like the government guys explain it's like, listen, this alien, it's here. It's got a big ship. And I don't know, it's too valuable. We just can't. We got to destroy. I don't know.
Did you notice that one guy was even stressed? He was frustrated because he couldn't even explain.
Yeah,
why
exactly.
He was looking at that. He was looking at one kid, one government, whatever this guy is, just came in and he said, "Look, we need that alien, all right." And one kid's like, "I don't understand why you need it so much." You're like, "Look, goddamn it, I just need it, okay, shit." It really does. Who the fuck are you questioning me? But yeah,
and the whole found footage thing. It's like, man, you talking about of all the times they've done this, and it's been a gimmick that served no purpose. This more than any other time I've seen it.
It was none. It was none here. Usually a movie when you have found footage, you really today when it's so. I mean, it's a very, very. I will say it's a genre, but it's a very, very tiny genre. So it's one of those things where the room is so small, somebody's gonna notice if you mess up.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
So you really have to come in with something original to do found footage. Now, I will say at the beginning of the movie, it did kind of get things started. Some people saying, you didn't see the beginning of the movie, Corey, what you talking about?
No, but you saw enough.
I saw enough. I saw enough to see another thing that they do in these kind of movies that this film did do right. They show, before the alien even shows up, they show kids being kids. Now, not to the level of some movies, because there's some movies, even E.T. didn't sugarcoat how shitty kids can be and how kids curse and
right.
When the adults aren't around, kids are assholes.
Yeah.
And this movie, it didn't really go that far, but it did show that these kids finding this alien at first. And I was like, man, this is kind of cool right here. It's actually capturing that sense of wonder as if my friends and I had found an alien. Now, that I can relate to, as you will see in this clip right here.
20 questions with an alien. Chuck Sims exclusive.
Let's do
Check
this.
it out.
All right, are you from space? Woo!
Are you a robot? Do you eat humans?
Do you like black people?
Do you like Earth? Why doesn't he like Earth?
For real?
Do you like us?
Fuck no.
You see? I told you, we're cool. Hey,
yeah.
These kids are dumb.
No, they are dumb, man. That's
part of the problem also. It's like they don't. There's a part, you're right, early on they felt more like real kids. And it helps that they have home footage of these kids when they were younger before they even signed on to this project.
That was actually pretty cool because did they?
I mean, I guess when they auditioned them, they said like, "Hey, you got any home movies?" There's also a young blonde girl who they're somewhat attracted to. Well, at least one of them is somewhere in there.
Yeah.
She plays that kind of like, I'm not quite. I'm too young to be a love interest, but I'm one of the guys. But one of them has a crush on her, and it's like, wow, man, this is taken straight out of Super 8 and Monster House.
I didn't hate this. I mean, like I said, I thought that there were some things that they got enough right for kids out there, just for kids. I mean,
you know what? I was really bored, and I was like having trouble staying awake. And of course, I'm like, hey man, I've had a lack of sleep. Give the movie a chance. But it's like the point when you kind of shake out of it and wake up and start watching. I was like, no, it's just this movie.
I'm really tired of these kids. Now this is called Echo.
Right.
I want to hang with Echo. Echo's an alien. I see little shit ass kids every day. I don't need to. This is Echo's movie, man. I want to see him. But really, when you get down to it, Echo ain't that interesting either. You can get a cricket and have just as much fun with that than you will with fucking Echo, because all Echo does is look at people and just so. I got a cat that can do that.
Yeah, a problem we've been having with movies lately is that you have these characters with powers, and they have like an amazing power. Yet somehow they act like they don't have it till near the end of the movie. They come out with it, and you're going, where was that?
Yeah.
Godzilla, Optimus Prime, blah, blah, all these. This little dude spends the whole movie looking a little weak like Clash of Titans Owl, and they're trying to protect him. He's almost dying and all this. At the end, it turns out he has the power of Magneto. And I was like, for real, dude? This whole movie, you've been sitting around like you can't do nothing to protect yourself, and you can do that?
This is people in Hollywood, y'all just not give a fuck anymore. Y'all write scripts. I mean, really, y'all put. I hate using this expression, but y'all pull some Deus Ex Machina shit like that. Where y'all just fucking lazy. I've seen 3 movies this summer alone where they just said at the end, "Oh fuck it, you know what? We gonna have them do some shit that they could have done the whole time." Which I'm not a writer. I'm not a script writer. But that ruins your shit. That ruins your story when you do that. At the end of the movie, you just say, Optimus Prime can fly. Goddamn Echo had metal he can pull from the ground the whole time. If you're 8 years old, you don't give a fuck about spoilers. Really? Come on, y'all. I know y'all writing for 8 years old, but even that, like, I ain't that fucking stupid.
No.
I got the internet now. I'm not that dumb.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like the thing is, this movie is super cheap. Like I said, it's like a Spielberg movie made like somebody's home movie, and by that I mean like most of it like a home movie, and the rest of it effects wise looks like those videos you see on YouTube. Where somebody's like, hey, our effects house, look what we were able to pull off. And you're like, okay, well, bravo for YouTube.
Yeah. On
the big screen, it's like, man, that shit looks cheap.
Yeah.
And you saved all your money to do that whole Magneto disassemble the semi truck and put it back together. And it's like, you know what? You probably shouldn't even wasted the money on that.
I don't think this is anything worth going out to see. I got, as far as the found footage goes, I don't stop. I would love to see a family found footage film. Somebody attempt to pull that off. I always like to see how found footage would actually be applied to different genres, but they didn't do it here. The most excitement I got out of the found footage here, out of all this found footage they did, there was only one time I jumped. They would jump on the fence, and there was a dog that said, "Oh!"
Oh yeah,
and that was like for a moment I was like, "Shit, okay, all right, all right."
You remember being a kid? Remember how much neighborhood dogs would terrorize you when you were a kid?
Oh yeah,
like they could just pop out of anywhere.
Yeah. Why don't they make that movie about that asshole dog? Anyway, rental people, straight up a rental.
Yeah, normally I'd say, Redbox, something like this, but you said 13-year-olds, and the 13-year-olds are actually too smart for this. This is more like an 8-year-old's movie, and honestly, I might say Redbox, but I'm more like YouTube this movie.
Okay.
I mean, I really went in ready to give it a chance, and just by the end, I was like, man, you've burned up every piece of goodwill I had for you.
Oh, Martin, you were so upset with this movie.
I mean, I wasn't even. I don't know. I wasn't mad. It wasn't like Transformers where it's like, it won't go off.
That's a whole other level of hell.
It is. Like, you know what? Everything now past that like any movie I see that's been bad, I've seen some. It's been like, Yeah, but it wasn't Transformers.
All right, Martin. Well, you know what? I'm sorry that this movie brought you down. Let's pick you back up again with some trivia right here. Maybe we can talk about some better movies with aliens in them. Tommy, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Tommy, you sleeping over there, huh?
I'm all right. I'm making it.
You making it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Tommy. You know, I need you to be awake because if Martin can't answer these questions, he might need your help.
All right.
By the way, Tommy's here. I know people saying, what the fuck is Tommy doing?
Is this a review show? Is it the roast and toast?
Yeah.
Somebody sent me a message like, which one's it going to be? I'm like,
No, every Wednesday is the weekly movie review extravaganza, whatever the fuck it is. The double toast and movie review extravaganza. So many words to choose from. Tommy is here actually because Tommy is going to be reviewing another movie for us. He's going to be reviewing. So many movies.
I couldn't be everywhere.
Yeah, you couldn't be everywhere. So Tommy went to go see that Devil movie for us.
oh, good.
So yeah, which
Better for you.
I know. We're gonna ask Tommy. So what'd you think of it? Well, I was asleep. But anyway, Martin.
Yes.
So for today's trivia, Martin. Now. We see a lot of movies. Aliens love the suburbs, man.
They do.
They love. There's two things they like to do. They either like to come down and Michael Jackson the suburbs, hang out with children all day, all night, and you have the kids hide them from the government authorities, or aliens come down and they attack the suburbs.
Well, you know what? I think what it is that in real life, outside the movies, it's always rednecks who report being abducted by aliens. So they bring in the movies, they got a good press agent. They say we got to counter that.
Yes. So they go to the suburbs, man, where it's nice. Rednecks will rape your ass.
Right.
Put a finger in me, I'll put a dick in you. but Martin, now the thing about these aliens that come down and either befriend or attack, well, depending on where they're going,
right?
You can identify them sometimes, or you can talk about them or describe them in terms of food.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to talk about. We're going to do word association.
All right.
I'm going to mention a food, and it could either describe the creature or how the creature attacks or what the creature likes to eat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just think about it. I'm going to put it out there. Just think carefully.
Okay. All right.
All right. Here we go with our first one, Martin. I'm going to give you our first keyword here. Jello. When I say Jello, what alien do you think about?
Bill Cosby.
You know what, man? Fuck you. Want to fuck around? Yeah, fuck with me. I'm not going to give you another chance. No, Martin. When I say Jello, I'm talking about the Blob.
Oh.
The Blob came down and attacked some kids in the suburbs. They were teenagers.
Oh, you mean because he looks like Jello?
Because he looks like Jello. That's what I said, Martin. See, wake up, man.
Okay. All right.
I said that it could either be the alien or it could be what the alien likes.
Okay. Well, you didn't say what he looks like, though.
I did say that.
No, you didn't. You said what he likes.
Didn't I? Yeah. See? Yeah, he did.
Did you say that? What the alien looks like?
Comment.
Yeah. You know who your benefactor is. Well, Martin, you know what? We'll consider that a warm-up.
Okay. All right.
All right, Martin. We have another one here. I'm not going to even abuse you tonight. I think I have here just 4 more.
Okay.
Peanut butter snacks. Peanut butter snacks.
This is a softball. It's E.T.
See, Martin? I went ahead and went easy on you, man. Look at that. It is indeed E.T. I know you're tired tonight. Look at it.
I love that look on his face. What?
Yeah. He's looking like, I'm going to stick this thing up your ass.
If my name comes out of your mouth one more time, I'm kicking your ass. I'm
calling him. Look like he pointing at you, Tommy.
It does.
Here, Tommy, let me light this joint for you.
It's like pointing at me and looking at you.
Yeah.
Is that him right there?
Yeah, is that who you talking about? Want me to take care of this motherfucker for you? But all right, Martin. Now, I did give you an easy one because of that last one.
Okay.
I went easy on you.
Okay.
All right. Now, for our next one here, McDonald's. Martin. McDonald's.
That would be from Mac and Me.
Yes, man. You were right. It is the original E.T. knockoff.
Right.
Mac and Me. Looking like a cross between E.T. and Mini-Me.
Yeah, it's like
McDonald's commercial.
You know what? It was. There's a whole dance scene in the middle of McDonald's for no reason in this movie.
Plus, I'm sure E.T. has to look at that thing and go, come on, man. That's supposed to be me.
I know. E.T. looking like, that's me. They pointing at him right now. This is the best y'all can do. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
When you look at me, this is what you see.
I'm insulted, sir. I will promptly anal probe your ass with a flaming fingertip right now.
Did that creature have a name?
E.T.?
No.
I'm like, are you quizzing me now?
No, the Mac and me. Was he just Mac?
Mac and me? Yeah, it was a dumb motherfucker. Look at him.
He's like a goblin with the mumps.
He kind of looks like the kid who plays McLovin.
He does like McLovin. Look at him. What's your name? Mac. Yes, it just Mac. Mac and me. All right, Martin. We have another one for you.
All right.
Now, Martin, I can't guarantee that this next one's going to be easy, all right?
Uh-oh.
I gave you two of them. I can't go soft on you too long.
All right.
You mad now. Time you quit hanging out with the aliens, Martin. All right, Martin. The next one that I have is popcorn and cotton candy. Popcorn and cotton candy. And these are aliens that invaded the suburbs. Are they good or evil? I don't know. You tell me. Uh-oh. I'm going to let you take your time, Martin.
Aliens, huh?
I'm not talking about Mexicans now, okay?
But Gremlins aliens? Probably not.
I cannot answer that. You're going to have to just trust your instincts here.
I'll go with Gremlins then.
You going with Gremlins?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were wrong, Martin. You were wrong. The killer clowns from outer
That
space.
was going to be my answer.
Well, why didn't you say, you should have.
You didn't say Tommy.
Man, you should have raised. Damn, boy, you were high the motherfucker right now. You could have just said, I know. But
Ooh, Mr. Cotton.
Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't for sure. So.
Damn, you non-proactive motherfucker. All right, Martin. Now, this last one, I'm going to go ahead, and this is a tricky one.
Okay.
I'm just throwing this in because it is associated with food. They didn't exactly. I'll tell you what. I'll even give you a hint here. They didn't exactly invade the suburbs, but they created their own. Okay. Martin, do you? And here's a key word here: cat food. Cat food. People out there, do you know? I'll say it again.
Alf?
Cat food. Oh, Martin, I'm sorry.
No, hey, Alf ate cats as food. and he lived in the suburbs. And what did Alf stand for? Alien life form. What? Decision? Decision? Huh?
I reluctantly give it to you because I'm in a good mood tonight because this site launched. And I'm happy. I will give it to you. But Tommy, would you like to answer now?
I don't have an answer.
I didn't think you have an answer for the last one. I was thinking about the aliens from District 9.
Oh,
yeah.
Burritos! Yes. They love cat food. And they had their own suburbs. Well, actually, no, they were slums. So
yeah, I was saying that wasn't really a suburb at all.
No, you're right. So, hey, man, I gave you the shit, okay?
Okay.
Damn, come on, man. Like the people on this site, greedy.
Well, I'm like the people on this site that I think I know things better than you.
In this case, you did, though. Damn, you golled my ass. You know that?
No! Precious! My precious questions! I hate it forever! The Thomases!
All right. You won that round, Martin. But we will quiz again coming later on in the show. People, if you'd like to get in touch with me, you can do so at kcoolmanz@gmail.com. I will be putting up that address at the end of the show visually for you to see. I'm on Twitter at kcoolman. And you can also find me on Facebook. Just type in Corey Coleman. I'm easy to find. I think I'm the first one to just pop up like the genie from the magic Facebook. Just type me in and I'll come at you. Now,
breathing down your neck,
motherfucker.
Did you see that? That's insane. We just did that.